In the wake of the massive disruption in IndiGo's flight operations last week, India's aviation regulator, the DGCA, has sacked 4 flight operations inspectors who were all responsible for oversight on IndiGo and the airline's preparedness for the new pilot rest and duty duration rules. Now, these FOIs, the flight operations inspectors, engage with the DGCA on a contractual basis. They've been relieved with immediate effect to join their respective parent organizations as per the DGCA's order. But this is again raising some serious questions if the top brass is going scot-free for what has been the biggest man-made crisis in Indian aviation. What is the accountability of the ministry, the DGCA top brass and the IndiGo top management, who were all responsible in different measures for the airline crisis that plagued this particular airline and its many lakhs of flyers over the last 4 or 5 days, in fact the last week or so. Now, in terms of action, here is what has happened so far, and it is, you could argue, too little too late. Number one, IndiGo has been asked to submit a report on all cancellations, the impact of it, the aftermath of it, and of course the refund status. Also, update the status of the refund processing. Have all passengers been compensated, as well as the future procedure has been sought. IndiGo's announced 10,000 rupee vouchers for anyone who was affected in the flights that were cancelled over the last week. The airline is also asked to present recruitment plan for pilots as well as crew. Remember, this entire thing was after the new FDTL rules came in. IndiGo is clearly short, at the very least, of 60 crew members and pilots. They will have to amp up that, and they will have to now submit their plans to the DGCA. Already, an 8-member DGCA team is stationed at IndiGo's corporate headquarters, and they are monitoring real-time the progress of flights. And number 5, flight safety operations and compliance officials, 4 of them, have been sacked so far. The big question, is this enough? A mere 10% curtailment of flight operations, 10,000 rupee air vouchers being given as compensation for those passengers who were affected, and no action on the top brass of DGCA, on the top brass of IndiGo, the CEO, the board management, etc. No action against any of these individuals. Are the big fish going scot-free, as it always happens in this country, in case after case after case? So here's what has happened as far as IndiGo is concerned. From a peak of 1,600 flights being cancelled exactly a week ago, last Friday, the number of cancellations has surely gone down, no doubt about it. In fact, if you look at the entire graph, from 1,600 it halved to 800 over the weekend, then 650, and then it came to 220, which was the 10% of the flights that were cancelled by the central government, by the DGCA. Today, though, exactly a week after this crisis really hit the ceiling, it's only 54 flights that have been cancelled, which is a small number compared to the 2,000 plus flights that IndiGo operates on a daily basis.
The last few weeks have not gone very well for the IndiGo. Remember, there was this massive issues that were faced by several passengers across the country in which the IndiGo flights were cancelled. And since then, there have been several meetings that have happened between the top officials of IndiGo with that of DGCA. Now today, a big decision has been taken by the DGCA in which they have gone ahead and removed inspectors who were involved in monitoring and inspecting the IndiGo airline. The DGCA feels that it is because of these inspectors and the right report was not given to the authority that IndiGo was able to reach a phase where it went ahead and showed its monopoly on the Indian airline system. The manner in which several flights were suspended and people from all across the country had to face severe issues in their immediate travel, this became a massive talking point. Now, after the removal of these inspectors by the DGCA, it is expected that over the next few weeks, more stern and severe action that could be taken by the DGCA, this time not only against the employees of DGCA, but also against the employees of IndiGo. Because remember, there is this talk that is happening that this entire issue was artificially made by IndiGo to somewhere or the other go ahead and arm twist the government in making sure that the new laws, the FFTL laws that have been made, that could be relaxed, and eventually that was done by the central government, as well as the laws were put on impasse by the DGCA for the time being. Now, it is expected that over the next few weeks, as the investigation into this entire incident is still being done, more and more strict action could be taken.